Hi everyone, in this lecture we will go through very important reaction of phenols, Gattermann aldehyde synthesis and Gattermann Koch reaction, right? These two reactions are little different in terms of reactants, right? So we'll look into Gattermann aldehyde synthesis and then we'll look at its mechanism, right? And then we'll also see what is Gattermann Koch reaction, how is it a little different from aldehyde synthesis, right? So Gattermann aldehyde synthesis, just write it down, the aldehyde, let me write this G, Gattermann aldehyde synthesis. This reaction finds application in the preparation of phenolic aldehydes, right? Phenolic aldehydes means it has a phenol group as well as an aldehyde group, right? Compound of this form, right? These are phenolic aldehydes, right? So we would be preparing this sort of compound using Gattermann aldehyde synthesis or Gattermann Koch aldehyde synthesis, right? So normally what we do in Gattermann aldehyde synthesis, we take phenol, right? And phenol is treated with hydrogen cyanide and HCl in presence of aluminium chloride, right? It will form a complex, which is your benzaldehyde hydrochloride, right? Is CH double bond NH, right? This is your aldimine dot HCl, right? Now this is hydrolyzed, right? It is boiled with water, hydrolyzed. This part will get hydrolyzed to form a phenolic aldehyde, a phenolic aldehyde. This is your P hydroxy benzaldehyde. Right now, if in place of HCN, right, if in place of HCN, I use carbon monoxide, then the reaction is known as Gattermann-Koch reaction, right? And to this reaction, we also call it as Gattermann formylation. Gattermann formylation, right? So if I use Gattermann-Koch reaction, let's look into Gattermann-Koch reaction. It's very much similar in terms of product. It's just that we use CO in place of HCN plus HCl in presence of aluminium chloride, right? You will get a CHO group would be introduced at para position, right? This is your, like here, para hydroxybenzaldehyde. Now we will look at the mechanism of Gattermann-Koch, Gattermann aldehyde synthesis or Gattermann formylation reaction, right? Let's move on to the next page. So now we will look at the mechanism. Right, mechanism of Gattermann aldehyde synthesis. Sorry. Let me just clear this. So now we will look at mechanism of Gattermann formylation reaction or Gattermann aldehyde synthesis. Right. When we talk about mechanism of reaction, we mean whether it's an electrophilic reaction or a nucleophilic reaction. So this proceeds via electrophilic substitution. Right, electrophilic substitution. So when we say electrophilic substitution, we need to look at the electrophile, right? What is the electrophile in this reaction? So electrophile would be your formaldinium ion, right? Or aldimine ion. So electrophile would be your formaldinium ion. It has resonance forms like this. Then you have positive charges between nitrogen and carbon, right? This is your formaldinium ion, right? And remember this CH double bond NH. This is your aldimine, right? This we call as aldimine, right? So this is your electrophile in this reaction. Now this electrophile will attack at the para position of phenol, right? Which will undergo hydrolysis to give you formaldehyde. I'm sorry, to give you the aldehyde group. So let's look at the steps. So this formaldinium ion is formed by reaction of HCl and HCl. Right, like this, plus HCl. Right. So you have this NH, right? You have a lone pair, right? Here you have hydrogen positive. So it can form a bond with it like this, right? It will get a positive charge of hydrogen Cl minus, right? Right, it will go to carbon like this, right? This Cl will come here, double bond NH, right? This double bond NH. Now this H, right? This compound will react with aluminium chloride. This Cl will go with aluminium chloride, right? Forming HC, right? So you have HC, and this positive is positive charges between nitrogen and your carbon, right? And your Cl will go to this, it will form, right? Now this is your formaldinium ion. And how is it formed? From HCl and HCl, right? This is your lone pair of electron. It can form bond with hydrogen of HCl to form this. Now this Cl will go and join to this carbon atom, right? Now this complex will react with aluminium chloride, where this aluminium chloride can accept this Cl, right? Because this aluminium is, if you remember from octet rule, this is electron deficient. It can form bond with this Cl, right? Forming AlCl4, this acts as a Lewis acid, right? Now, when this is removed, the Cl is removed, what is left is your formaldinium ion, which is your electrophile of this reaction. Now this electrophile will attack the para position of the benzene ring, right? OH, right? AlCl3 minus HCl AlCl2, right? There is no negative charge, I'm sorry here. No negative charge. So it's just AlCl2, right? Now it will react with NH, right? Now this formaldinium ion, right, will attack it to form. Now this bond will break. And we know that OH is, or your O phenoxide ion is an activating group, right? Your phenoxide ion activates the benzene ring at ortho and para position for electrophilic attack, right? It increases the electron density at ortho and para positions, right? So this formaldinium ion, which has a positive charge, now it would be able to attack at para position. Like this. Right? We'll move like this. This hydrogen will move, right? It will regain its aromaticity. Sorry. This is a kind of a reversible reaction, right? Where this H will move, right? And this is your aldimine, right? Now you have CH double bond NH, right? This is your aldimine. Now this will react with hydrogen. Now here you have lone pair of electron on nitrogen atom. It can form a bond with hydrogen, right? Giving you CH double bond NH2, right? This positive charge. Now this will further react with OH. You have CH double single bond NH2. You just have a single bond here. Right? And a positive charge here. It will move. Now you have water. It will get hydrolyzed with water. You have two lone pair of electrons on oxygen that can form a bond with it, right? This. It will form like this. Right? So it will form, this OH2 will combine with, will join with this carbon, right? What it will form is CH NH2, then you have this OH2 positive charge hydrogen, This OH2 combined with this carbon, right? Then it will lose a hydrogen atom, and then one would be gained. What it will form is OH, right? One hydrogen will get lost, CH, NH3 plus charge. Then you have HO, minus NH3 will form your CHOH. So just learn how to write down the mechanism of it. Right? You have one lone pair of electrons still here. Now it has to lose this hydrogen atom to form the CHO group. Finally, it will get hydrolyzed. Lose hydrogen to form OH, and your hydrogen H will get lost and you have CHO. So what you have here is CH, which is your phenolic aldehyde. This is what we were trying to prepare. Right, so let's just quickly go through this. This is your Gattermann formylation reaction, where your since this is an electrophilic substitution reaction, so your electrophile is your aldimine, right, which is your formaldinium ion here, which is a positive reagent which will attack the benzene nucleus at the para position, right? Since the reaction is taking place in place of aluminium chloride, right? So both these HCl and HCl, HCN and HCl will react, right? Nitrogen has a lone pair, hydrogen has a positive charge. It will react to form this aldimine chloride, right? Where the Cl will go and combine with this hydrogen, and with the help of aluminium chloride, this will be lost from this carbon atom to form this formaldinium ion. Now this formaldinium ion will attack at the para position, right? And your this OH will react with aluminium chloride, right? Leaving HCl, right? Removing one HCl, this H and one Cl from here, and this, right? And it will lose this AlCl2 to form this double bond oxygen. And this formaldinium ion will attack at para position, because we know that this benzene ring or the phenoxide ion activates the benzene ring, right? Even phenol activates the benzene ring at ortho and para positions, right? So it will attack at para position, right? Then it will lose one hydrogen to this OH group. This is your aldimine, right? Which will react with hydrogen ion, right? To form this complex. This will further react with water. It will undergo hydrolysis to form your phenolic aldehyde, right? And your other reaction is your Gattermann Koch reaction. When we talk about Gattermann Koch reaction, what we mean is, in place of HCN, we will take carbon monoxide, HCl. In presence of aluminium chloride, it will form a phenolic aldehyde like this, right? This is your P hydroxy benzaldehyde, right? And we need to mention here that Gattermann Koch reaction, this reaction works better with benzene and alkylated benzenes, right? It works better with benzene, right, and alkylated benzene, right? Suppose you have CH3 here. With these sort of compounds, the yield is better, in case of Gattermann-Koch reaction. Whereas with phenol, we don't get satisfactory yield, right? With phenol, no satisfactory yield, or less product will get formed. No satisfactory yield, right? I hope all this is clear, right? Just remember the mechanism of Gattermann aldehyde synthesis, and the Gattermann-Koch reaction is different only with respect to one of the reactant, which is your HCN. In place of HCN, we will take carbon monoxide, right? I hope this is clear. Thanks.